Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all good. Thank you so much for the love on all of the videos that I posted while I was away in Scotland. I had the most amazing time, but I am back now and everything is back on schedule to my Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturday videos. And this video is a fun one and I really hope you love it. So some of you may remember a couple of videos back I used the cling film technique in these hearts. Now I used chameleon powder from the amazing Helena at Resin Detre Supplies, and after I placed that order and I received her chameleon powders, Helena actually contacted me and asked if she could send me some goodies. She sent me so much, and in this video I'm going to be using the Halloween sprinkles or confetti. Some people might call it sprinkles or confetti. I've got these three gorgeous collections. This one is possibly the cutest one with these little mummies and skulls and bats, and I absolutely love the colours. But the third one I have to say is my favourite. This one here, it's pirates and these white pearls. 100% my favourite out of the three, but I kind of love them all. So we're going to make some alphabet letter keychains. I was considering using this heart mould, but I've used it already so many times in my videos, and I made keyrings last year using them. So we're going to go for the alphabet mould. I've used it before, but I've never used it on my channel. The resin I'm using throughout is Vuba Vista Cascade. It is my go-to resin for this depth. Now they are going to be double layered, so in hindsight, you could, if you wanted to, use a resin for thin pours because they are layered pieces, so you don't necessarily have to go for that depth resin. So this is a 2-to-1 like most epoxy resins. I'm just measuring out part A first, and then the part B is just half that amount, and it's just really easy to measure. Now, with the first pack, I actually spent some time separating out all of the different elements from the kit, and I just felt like I wanted to pour them, put them in individually using tweezers, place them in individually. Now, if you know me, you know that that sentence is probably laughable because I don't generally have the patience to do that kind of thing, but I thought I'd do a combination of both. And here you see me just struggling with a cup that for some reason drips all the time, so I transferred it into a better cup, and this has got a much better pour and it's not pouring and dribbling all over the place. The first thing I'm going to do is fill up the mould halfway, just halfway, or even just a thin layer. You don't even really need to fill it up halfway. You just need enough resin at the bottom for all of your bits and your bobs, anything you're putting in, to just stay at the bottom before you put in the second coat. And here I am giving it a really long, it's a lot longer than I show on video, a really long blast with the heat tool. And here we go. I am going to use my tweezers to individually place. Now listen, I know in my heart this is not going to continue. I know in my heart I'm going to try it, see what it's like, see how time consuming this is. And it didn't last. It didn't last. I think I did ABC and that was it. But I just wanted to see the difference as well between well placed pieces and then pieces that I've just scattered all over. So there's two ways. I've done it this way, where I've individually placed all of the items really carefully. And then there's the other way, where I just sprinkle it all over, go back in with my tweezers afterwards to separate them out and get them in the places that I want. Now you can already see here that the sprinkles are kind of naturally navigating towards each other and getting stuck to each other, and this is something that resin just does. Resin just seems to move. It never does what we want it to do, but here we are. So I did this with A, B and C, then I moved on to the realistic technique of just sprinkling it all over, and I have to say it was fun. It was fun. I found these 2 minutes quite therapeutic. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to talk through the whole entire video today because I just feel like it's not needed. So I'm going to put on a bit of music because it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been able to chill, sit back and listen to music. And this is on a live chat premiere, so hopefully it will give me time to respond to you in the live chat as well. But I hope you're enjoying it so far. And yeah, let's play some tunes. So as you can see, I am using red and black pigments from Resin Detre. They really are my go-to opaque pigments. And with the red, I decided to just use it neat with absolutely nothing in it. But I do go on to add some of the Super Sparkle White to the black and purple just to see if it would give it a cooler background, if that makes any sense. And I was worried about any of the sprinkles that I've put in that are black. I was worried about them not being seen if I did a jet black background, if that makes sense. So I figured I would add some of this Super Sparkle White into the purple mica and into the black opaque, just to, yeah, jazz it up a bit, guys. What you want to do when you are using this mould, if you've not yet used this mould, what I tend to do is fill them up and then gently and slowly add drop by drop by drop to give them a domed finish. I don't want them to have a flat finish because resin does shrink and it will go back down the sides and you will end up having to sand. And I'm sorry if you love sanding, well done. I am not a sander, it does not come naturally to me. So when I fill up these, I basically fill them up to the point of having a domed top. This is going to prevent any sanding needed when you demold, and it worked an absolute treat. But you do need to go slowly on that, like I am here, just one drop, one drop, one drop, just to get it to that point of doming. Otherwise it will spill out over the edges and then you will have to cut it back and sand it down afterwards. But here I am finishing them off with the black on those top ones, and it is time to demold. So the A and the B and the C, these were the ones where I actually took the time to place the items inside, and the Super Sparkle White, look at it, it looks like glitter, absolutely gorgeous. Now, I have to say, I'm not loving the results of having placed them in delicately by hand, you know, one by one. I just think I prefer the scattered look like this one here. There's a difference between the two. And as they go on and on and on, you can kind of see lots of clear spaces where they've all navigated towards each other. Now, to have avoided this, I would have just put more confetti in. However, the resin is so clear. It's probably the clearest resin I've ever done. But this, hands down, is my favourite confetti. Helena, if you're watching, hopefully you are, this one here is a wow from me. These beads, these little pearls, they just make it for me. I don't know what it is. And the red and white, would you call them like candy cane circles? Love those. And that's why I did the red background on those, because I just felt like it was going to make the red candy canes pop. But look at this little guy, so cute. I actually saw lots of them, but they didn't grab my eye until I kind of like the last minute. If I realized they were there, I would have totally made more of a show of those. But this one here is a prime example of what happens when you put black on black. I just did one to show you. I put a lot of black confetti into the Y and you really just can't see it. It's a waste. So think about your background colors and think about the colors that you used inside. So here we are, it's time to drill the holes. Now everything in this video is linked below. The mould, the drill, the eyelets, the keychains, everything you need to make this is all linked below in my Amazon store. It's just a case of choosing which keychain you prefer. Now I prefer the one on the left. It's got a nice little swivel on there, but I only have about 5 of them left and the rest are done with the traditional key rings, the rounds. So all you need to do is drill a pilot hole. You don't want to go crazy, you don't want to drill a massive hole. You still want these eyelets to screw in and be tight. You can use UV glue, or you can use a little bit of real like epoxy resin if you wanted to, just to get it stuck in there. Super glue doesn't really work. I tried that in the past. It will end up coming out. So I also recommend you buy these tools if you're going to make jewellery and keychains and things like that. They're just so handy to get those little circles. There's a word for it, but my head is not telling me what the word is right now, to get those apart. And here you go. There's my initials, CB, and they are done. And I am absolutely in love. The red ones are my favourite. The confetti is my favourite. And the brown with the black really, really goes. Sometimes you just don't think of putting colours together, but I absolutely love them. Let me know your thoughts. look at the little pirates and the pearls. This one, my favourite, hands down my favourite. The other ones are gorgeous as well, and they're so cute, the little mummies. But the pirates, oh, I just love it. And I actually just think that whole combination is just gorgeous together. Anyway, that is me. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. If you've made it this far, we are nearly 13 minutes in. That's massive, so really appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next video. And Helena, thank you so much. I cannot wait to use the rest of the stuff that you've sent me. I am spoilt truly, and I will see you all then. Bye.